Welcome to the Loner Ranger Radio Show. My name is Bruce Woodburn, and yes, I'm the Loner Ranger. What a beautiful Sunday. You know, you're probably out today, just like me, working around the yard, tinkering around the house, fixing things, cleaning the house. That's what we do. That's what we do. But you know what? I have to tell you that this has been a very, very special week for me. And I'm going to share a couple things with you that happened to me personally, and I'd love to hear from some of my friends out there listening to my radio show. You know, this is a show where we talk about how to save money in real estate, how to buy real estate, and really maximize your retirement so that you can retire with a bunch of money in the bank, how to save money, the time to refinance, the time not to refinance, reasons to refinance, reasons not to refinance. Is this a buying opportunity, or what are interest rates doing right now? These are all the topics that we talk about on the Loner Ranger Radio Show. So whether you own a home or don't own a home, is this an important show for you to listen to? Yes. Why? Because I keep you current on economic news that's not fake. It's the real deal. It's the real deal here. So we got a couple things I want to talk about in this first segment, and then we're going to talk a little bit about in the second segment about how to help teachers, law enforcement, first responders with special mortgage programs available for you that are not available through your city, county, or state, but they are special programs that we have developed to assist you with saving money when buying or refinancing a home. If you are in law enforcement, first responder, that means EMS or firefighter. If you are in law enforcement, if you are a teacher, if you work for a school in any capacity, if you are a nurse or healthcare worker, you qualify under our home program, Home Ownership Made Easy. We're going to talk a little bit about that in the next segment. Let's bring you up to speed on what's going on in the market right now. First of all, what have interest rates been doing? Well, I can tell you this much. Since last week, they've been going up, and they've been going up pretty steadily. We have some really strong economic news. The stock market's starting to rally again. You're seeing some ups and downs, but keep in mind, and this is, I think sometimes you may think some of the things that I'm talking about on the show tend to be esoteric, but they're not really esoteric. They're things that you should know. When your money is moving in a positive or negative direction, in one direction or another, don't you think it's important that you've got an idea as to how to balance your funds? Well, this is what I do. This is why I'm on the air right now, so I can help you save money and make more money with your money. So let's talk about what's going on. What happened? The bond market started to deteriorate. We're falling below these moving averages. And when you fall below a moving average, it takes a significant movement to pop above what's called that ceiling of resistance. And we've just popped below those ceilings of resistance, which is causing interest rates to go up. So as the bonds deteriorate, the stocks typically will bolster, meaning that equities are going up. That means if you've got money in the stock market in your 401k, you're probably pretty happy with the way things are going right now. If you are have not locked in on an interest rate, then your interest rate is likely going to be higher today than it was a week and a half ago. That's just the way it goes. That is not things that lenders can control. I get calls every day from folks who go, you know what, I went to my bank or I went to this lender and they didn't lock me in. Well, I want you to know that you are in charge of when you lock your rate in. Your lender is not in charge of that. Now, the longer you lock your rate in, the higher your rate's going to be. In other words, when you see typical rate quotes, they're on 30-day locks. That means you have to close and fund within that 30 days. Well, if you're uncertain or you're building a home and your home's not going to be ready for 6 months, it's probably not worth you doing what's called a long-term lock with a float down option. I have those options. Some lenders have those options, and they sound really good when you say them fast, but they're not as good as you think they are. It's really insurance, and sometimes it pays and sometimes it doesn't pay. I will tell you, if you have any questions for me or you'd like to call me here at the station, 407-706-3313. That's 407-706-3313. Oh, my smokes, I can't even say my own number. 407-706-3313. Or visit my website at webringyouhome.com. webringyouhome.com. So as the market shifts and the economy looks like it likes what's going on in the economy, then money flows, institutional money. That doesn't mean your stock that you bought in Google. That's institutional money. That's the big hedge funds, financial investors, banks, insurance companies are shifting their money. They shift their money from equities, stocks, into bonds. Why would you go into bonds? Because bonds don't pay that much money. Why would you go into bonds? Because bonds are what we consider to be a safe haven. So when the stock market's doing well, you want your 401k investor, financial planner, the wealth management people to move into equities or into stocks so you make more money. But when things are rocky, you want them to pull out of there and shift into bonds where it's safe. You don't make a lot of money, but you don't lose a lot of money. And right now we're seeing things shifting back into equities. Bonds have taken a beating. And what does that have to do with mortgages? Well, mortgages are directly tied to the Treasury bill, which are bonds. So that's why we're seeing an increase in interest rates. And we've lost a lot of ground. We've lost over 100 basis points here just in the last week and a half. Well, sometimes, like I say, you may think that sounds esoteric. Well, what does that mean to me? Well, for every 100 basis points that we lose in the bond market or gain in the bond market, it equates to 1 point that you would pay. Well, what's 1 point that you would pay? 1% of the amount that you're borrowing. Okay, let's just put this in perspective. You're getting a $300,000 loan and mortgages shifted like they did, and let's just say you lost 100 basis points. Whatever you were buying as a rate for 0 points, you now are paying 1 point for that. So now some people say, well, I don't want to pay a point. You don't have to pay a point. Then your interest rate goes up. So the lender adjusts what's called the discount. So you can always get away with no points, but you will pay a higher rate. Or if interest rates go the other direction and they start improving because money is shifting from equities because stocks aren't doing as well back into bonds, and then mortgage rates start to improve, then it goes the other direction. So then it's great for you. So whatever might have been costing you 1 point now might cost you no points or a quarter point or a half a point. So that's a little bit about what's going on in the market right now. So am I afraid of what's happening in the market right now? No, I'm not. Did I predict this, and did I tell all my friends that are listening to me out there that you were going to see interest rates rising? I've been telling you that. I've been telling you that for 4 months. And I've been telling you to lock your rate in because interest rates are going to start going up. Well, what are they doing right now? They're going up. So is it too late? It's not too late. Are they still super attractive? They're still amazingly attractive, considering what they have been in historical past. Are they as good as they were last week? No. Are they as good as they were in January? No, they're not. But are they great? They're great. Okay? So that's the difference. You want to buy a steak? You want to go to Ruth Chris and buy a steak? It was $50. Okay, that was a good deal. Now it's $57. Okay? That's the kind of deal we're looking at here. So is it higher? Yes. Is it still an opportunity? Yes, it's still a great opportunity. 407-706-3313. This is the show where you listen to and you get the real facts. Because when you listen to your commercials about Loan Depot and the Rocket and all these guys that are fancy talkers, they make everything sound like you're walking on rainbows and riding unicorns. And listen, I think it's still a great opportunity to get in the market, but you're going to get the real story here. So do you want somebody that's going to blow smoke up your butt, or do you want somebody that's going to be honest with you and walk you through the process? If you want somebody that's going to be truthful and honest with you and really, truly a financial trusted advisor when it comes to your financing, then choose me, the Loan Arranger. I've been doing it 32 years. Check me out on the Google. Check me out on the Zillow reviews. Check me out on that. You're going to see that I'm the real deal. Okay. You get what you get when you come to me. And listen, some of you you may come to me and you might not hear what you were hoping to hear, but you're going to hear the truth. Okay. And some of you need me to tell you the truth. If some of you listening to my show right now need to send your adult children to me so they really get the truth, because I'll be a game changer for you. I promise you I'll be a game changer for you. And you won't get a sales pitch. I don't have anything to sell you. I'm in the business of doing mortgages, but remember, I'm giving money away. I'm not taking money from you. Okay, I'm going to loan you money at a great rate over a long period of time, and you're going to pay me back a little bit at a time. But during that time frame, we're going to make this happen over and over and over again, which reminds me about my wealth building class that will be limited, but I'm hoping this is my last Zoom wealth building class. This is called Retire as a Millionaire. You heard me. Retire as a Millionaire. It's going to be October the 20th at 6 p.m. You must register in advance at WeBringYouHome.com. I've only got 100 seats available, and they will fill up fast. That's WeBringYouHome.com. Now, what do we talk about in a wealth building class, and why the heck is a loan arranger qualified to teach a wealth building class? My God, I heard he only has a 10th grade education. Well, that's not true. That is not true, because I didn't finish the 10th grade, so I don't have a 10th grade education. Okay, I do happen to have a PhD, though. I have a public high school diploma. Well, that's not entirely true either. I don't have a public high school diploma. I have a public high school diploma equivalency. Okay, yes, that's right. Dropped out of school in the 10th grade, lost both my parents within 8 months of each other. This is not a sympathy card here that I'm playing here. Just telling you, I dropped out of school as a young person, probably went in the wrong direction on a few occasions. Okay, not one, not two, not three, probably more than that. However, I got my high school equivalency. That's what I got. Okay, why am I qualified to teach a wealth building class? Because it was early in my career. Okay, but too late. I'm like, I want to help you guys in your 20s. That's when I can really help you. 30s, you're still good. 40s, we can make it happen. 50s, okay, we're pushing it. All right. But I'm here to help all of you. But here's what happened. People that cared enough about me that I listened to, because there was a period in my time I didn't listen. Okay. I had it all figured out. You know the type of person. I had it all figured out. I thought I was smarter than everybody else. The problem is I wasn't smarter than anybody. So what happens though is you start to gather and position yourself around folks that will help guide you in the right direction. And I'm volunteering for that job for you. I'm volunteering for that job for your adult children that need to get their act together, and let's get into buying real estate. You know, there's no such thing as a rich renter. There is no such, you can't find one for me. They don't exist. I've never seen one. I've never met one. I've never seen one. 407-706-3313 or WeBringYouHome.com. That's WeBringYouHome.com. If you're out there renting right now, listen, I don't want you to feel bad about yourself. I want you to make a change, because I'm tired of watching you sitting on the sidelines of life, watching the rest of us get wealthy in real estate. I mean, good Lord, if you bought a house a year ago, you probably made $50,000 on it in 1 year. 50 grand in 1 year. That was it. Now, what I teach is what I do. It's not what I'm not some grandiose Svengali that made millions in the 70s and trying to teach you how I did it in the 70s. I grind it out every day, okay? I'm just a grinder. I'm not the smartest guy you'll ever meet, but I was able to amass a pretty substantial amount of money, and I did it a very simple way. A lot of people think you need to have a lot of money to amass wealth in real estate. You don't. I will show you how I will guarantee you'll have $2.5 million in free and clear property in 20 to 21 years. And other people are going to make you rich for it. You're not going to have to do it. There's a very limited amount of money that you're going to have to save to make this happen, but you are going to have to be committed to the process. So I will teach my process on October the 20th, 6 p.m., WeBringYouHome.com. That's WeBringYouHome.com. I'll be back in 5 minutes. We're going to talk a little bit more about this, because you can see I'm passionate about it, but we're going to also talk about my home program for teachers, law enforcement, and first responders. Be back in 5 minutes. Welcome back to the Loan Ranger Radio Show. My name is Bruce Woodburn, CrossCountry Mortgage, and I am the Loan Ranger. If you have questions for me, you'd like to just run a scenario by me, you want to check out whether refinancing is the right thing for you to do, then give me a call. You know, I give out my own personal number on the radio show, but you can also reach my team. I've got loan officers available 7 days a week, 365 days, there to help cater to you. Okay, my job is to make sure that you're catered to and that you get the best possible rate under the best terms so that you always know you've got a guy in the mortgage business that will help you. And you can reach me at 407-706-3313. That's 407-706-3313 or WeBringYouHome.com. We were talking before the last break about a special program that we've put together for law enforcement, first responders, healthcare workers, and educators. So do you know that the state and the federal government have no special program to assist you folks with special loan programs? There used to be years ago, programs, and there are some independent programs that act like they're really good right now, and they sound really good because they have veterans in the name and things like that. But getting money to help you close after you've already closed doesn't work. You need money during the process. And that's what we do at CrossCountry Mortgage, the Loan Arranger, with our home program, Home Ownership Made Easy. It's designed to help give you up to $2,198 toward your closing costs to assist you during the transaction. There's all kinds of benefits. There's improved interest rates, special loan programs, USDA 100% financing. You can join this. You can meld this with FHA, VA, USDA, conventional 97%, home ready programs, home possible programs, all kinds of things I can put together and bundle this together so you can save thousands of dollars. All you have to do is call me at 407-706-3313. And the Loan Arranger will get you all set up to buy or refinance your next home. Stop being a renter. There's no benefit in being a renter. I'm going to show you how to get into a property for minimum amount down and duplicate that every 2 to 3 years till you own 5 properties. I will show you how to amass $2.5 to $3 million in free and clear property, paying you $15,000 to $25,000 a month in monthly income. Now, does that sound like a really good deal? Yes. Is that pie in the sky? No. Does that mean that it's one quick fix and you can join my seminar, pay me $750 and walk away with all these grandiose ideas that really don't work in practicality? No. This is down and dirty getting it done. This is the Loan Arranger and how I did it myself. So if you are considering purchasing a home right now and you are a renter, now is the time to do it. Now's the time to get in the game. You can join my program. You can join my class on October the 20th at 6 p.m. That's October the 20th at 6 p.m. You can get into my class. It's limited seats available. It's a Zoom seat, so you're going to sit in your own seat, okay? It's a Zoom class, but I only have 100 seats available. WeBringYouHome.com. I'll show you how to amass more than 5 properties, or at least 5 properties, paying you $15,000 to $20,000 a month in income, and as much as $30,000 a month in income, and you will have $2.1 to $3 million in free and clear property. Now, who doesn't want that? And here's the great thing. All you have to do is save for the down payment for each one of them, 5%, 3.5%. 3%. That's all you need to come up with. The rest of the money that goes into your account is accumulated from your tenants. And I'm not going to turn you into this big property management company. No, this is just you managing 4 properties and living in one. 407-706-3313. That's 407-706-3313 or WeBringYouHome.com. 407-706-3313 or WeBringYouHome.com. When we come back in 5 minutes, we're going to talk a little bit more about Fannie Mae's gift to the loan limits. Welcome back to the Loner Ranger Radio Show. This is Bruce Woodburn. I'm the Loner Ranger. This show is where we talk about how to save money when purchasing or refinancing a home. So what are the tricks of the trade on how to buy a property, save the most money, negotiate the best deal for you? You know what? I love helping you folks do that. And that is what it's all about. That's how I get my jollies. So, this radio show is really designed to help you, keep you informed, and save you money. I'm in the business of loaning money. That's my job. I do mortgages. That's all I do. That's all I do. And that's really the only thing I do really well. There's not a lot of other things that I'm doing spectacular. If you don't believe me, just ask my wife. Speaking of my wife, today is my wife's birthday. So I'm so in love with my wife. She's so amazing. She's one of the smartest people that I know. She's just a wonderful, committed wife, mother to my children. And I'm going to tell you something. Today's her birthday. She's very special. We've been married for 27 and a half years. It'll be 28 years on March the 19th. I have got two fabulous children with my wife, Michelle. My first son, Chase, who is in the mortgage business and just kicking butt as a loan officer and helping so many young people. He bought his first home at 22 years old. He's looking at buying his second home. You want help as a first-time home buyer? Let me connect you with my son, Chase. He knows every loophole, trick of the trade on help save you money as a first-time home buyer. Just give me a call here at 407-706-3313, and I'll connect you with Chase Woodburn. Amazing. But my wife... And then, don't forget about Paige, because I have a special moment for Paige, because this was a big, impactful week for Dad, okay? So my daughter, Paige, 18 years old, going to school at Valencia, working into the nursing program at UCF, a beautiful young lady, super smart, and I'm very proud of her. But this was a very, very... let me just say emotional week for me, because we moved her into her own apartment. So, we helped her move some stuff in. I went over to her place and painted her room for her at her condo dorm that she's staying in. And, we went, she said goodbye to us when we were leaving in the parking lot. And I looked at her and I'm like, honey, this is it. And she's like, what do you mean, Dad? I said, well, you're not coming back home. And she goes, I'll be home for dinner tomorrow night. And I'm like, I know, but, once you move out, you're done. And, you're out on your own. You're not going to want to move back home with Mom and Dad again. This is it. So Mom and Dad became empty nesters this week. And Mom's super excited about it. I'm excited for her. I'm not feeling great about it myself, okay? Now, that's because me being a selfish person, I'm looking at how I'm feeling about it, not what it's going to do for her. But you know what? I know, and listen, you don't need to call me and write me and say, you know what, Bruce, let me tell you how the real story is, and I went through that. I get it. I know we're doing the right thing. I know she's doing the right thing. She's an amazing human being. But as a protective dad, it's my only daughter. I got to tell you, man, it was an emotional time for me. But again, moving on from there, today is my wife's birthday, and I want to wish her a very, very happy birthday. And thank you for sticking with me all these years. I know I'm not the easiest husband. I know I'm not the best father there ever was, but I want to thank you for sticking with me, and I want to wish you a happy birthday, and just tell you how much I love you and how much madly in love with you I am still to this very day. So anyway, maybe you feel the same way about your spouse, and you'd like to share that with me. Maybe you need to go out and buy your spouse a vacation home, maybe a home on the beach, maybe a condo on the beach. Maybe there's something special that you need to do for your spouse, husband or wife. So that's how I'm feeling. A little bit kind of sentimental, a little mushy today, maybe. So, because it's been a big week for the Loner Ranger. But all right, let's get back to some business here. Okay, I got some really good news. We got a gift from Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. Okay, and I don't mean Fannie Mae, the one that makes the cookies. Okay, Fannie Mae, the mortgage purchaser in the secondary market. Okay? So Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac are the ones that establish all of the guidelines and rules for conventional loans. The loan arranger doesn't make up his own rules. Bank of America don't make up their own rules. Wells Fargo doesn't make up their own rules. Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac make up the guidelines for conventional loans. And the conventional loan limit was $543,000. Okay? Guess what they did? They just raised it to $625,000. $625,000 is now the new conventional loan limit. When I got into this business, it was like $144,000. So pretty significant, very big. I'm loving to see this. This is a big thing for you, and here's how it makes and saves you money. So you can now get a conventional loan. And let's just put this in perspective. You could buy a home and only put 5% down for up to $658,000. That's a $33,100 down payment on a $658,000 home at 5% down, and a conventional loan, conventional guidelines, limited cash reserves, flexible credit scores. Call me, the loan arranger, 407-706-3313. That's 407-706-3313. Or visit my website and apply for a loan at webringyouhome.com. Maybe you've got a jumbo and you bought a home and now you want to get a conventional loan. Okay. Now, that doesn't mean my jumbos aren't great. I got jumbo mortgages that are amazing. I'll go up to $1.5 million all day long on a jumbo loan and get you great interest rates. But jumbos generally require 20% down to get those premium interest rates. Matter of fact, they always do. So 20% down on $1.5 million is a whole lot more money. 20% down on $658,000 is a whole lot more money. We're talking about $130,000 versus $33,000. That's significantly different. And some of you may say, you know what, Bruce, I'm not crazy about the 95% loan because I got to pay PMI. Who cares about paying PMI? Who cares about PMI? Right? A lot of you folks are like against PMI. I love PMI. Why do I love PMI? Sorry about that. I got an ambulance behind me in the background. But so why do I love PMI? Because it allows you to leverage my money better. You can leverage banks' money better. So would you rather pay 3% on an interest rate and put down $33,000 on a $658 home? Or would you rather pay $135,000 to put down on your home to avoid your PMI? Why would you want to do that? So now you have a $100,000 difference. How much are you making on your investments in the stock market on $100,000? Well, let's just put this in perspective. Let's do a little math together, shall we? Let's just say you're only making 7.5% on your investments, okay? So if you're making 7.5% on $100,000, you made $7,500, okay? $7,500 in a year at 7.5%. So you're making $625 per month on your $100,000 that you saved not putting down on a mortgage. How much do you think your PMI was on that much? 200? You're ahead of the game by $425 a month. It doesn't make any sense. And when I hear people say that, they're like, oh my God, I want to pay PMI. Why? Pay PMI. We'll get rid of the PMI later once you got the equity position. Right now, let's use my money because it's cheaper, a lot cheaper. So don't step over a dollar to pick up a penny. Leverage. That's my whole wealth building program that I'm holding on October the 20th at 6 p.m. You must register in advance. I got limited seats available, webringyouhome.com. You want to learn about leverage? It's everything I learned about how to amass wealth in real estate, the way I did it, down and dirty. No, listen, this is no pie in the sky. This is not a get-rich-quick program. You can go join one of those weekend seminars and get all the BS that they give you on how to buy a house with other people's money. It don't happen, or else I'd be doing it. It don't happen, or else I'd be doing it. And I'd be teaching you how to do it on this program for free instead of paying $1,500 or $750 for some Schvingali that did it in 1974, teach you how to do it today in today's market. It doesn't work that way, you guys. There's no free lunch. Okay? There is no free lunch. Let's work hard for it and get what we want. You can do it. You're just going to do it the easy way. So I'm going to show you how to amass wealth in real estate. Buy one property at a time. Your first property is going to be 3 or 3.5% down. Your second property is going to be 5% down. Every property is going to be 5% down. You're going to pay PMI. And we're going to get rid of the PMI later. And I'm going to show you how you can buy 5 times more property in a quarter of the amount of time than the person is that has to save 20% down to avoid PMI. Because they don't ever do it. They don't ever do it. And I'm going to show you how you can amass wealth. If you know anybody in their 20s that wants to buy their first home, get them into my program. There's no strings attached. You don't have to buy my CDs, my cassette tapes, or my 8 tracks. It does. Matter of fact, I don't even have them. I don't have anything to sell you. I don't have anything to sell you. I have the gift of my knowledge, my skills, my hard lumps, my mistakes, and my successes to share with you. And if you are in your 20s and 30s and you don't register for this class, you are making a huge mistake on somebody that's willing to give to you all this vast knowledge on how I did it. And believe me, remember, I'm a 10th grade dropout. I'm not the smartest guy. I'm not a Harvard graduate. I'm not a financial expert. Matter of fact, I'm not even a graduate. I'm just get it done, the loan arranger. And I'll show you how to get it done. No tricks, no gimmicks. You don't have to buy anything. Look, I want to do your mortgage. That's what I want to do. And I'm going to get you a great mortgage at the same time. You got a guy in the mortgage business that's going to care about you and nurture you and walk you through the process and answer all your questions. The good ones and the not so good ones. I'm there to answer them for you. No judgment. Just like people didn't judge me when they helped me get up, get through the ladder, make wealth in real estate. Okay? It's easier to let other people get you rich than you get rich. I mean, come on, even if you're making $150,000 a year, how much are you saving at the end of each year? $20,000? Go through your lifetime saving $20,000 a year and tell me how much money you have at the end of 20 years by saving $20,000 a year. It's not easy to do, but you can do it really easy in real estate, and other people are putting the money in your bank account. It's crazy. It's so simple, easy. But you guys oftentimes go down your own path, and it's not the path to go down for the maximum wealth building. 407-706-3313, 407-706-3313, or WeBringYouHome.com, WeBringYouHome.com. Happy birthday. It's such a great day, this beautiful Sunday. My wife Michelle's birthday today. I'm super excited about celebrating with her. And I just want to thank her for hanging in there with me for all these years. We've had a glorious life together. It's been magnificent. We've had a lot of tough times. We've had some wonderful times together, and I could not have found a better person to share my life with. And I hope that you've found the same thing. I really do. I hope you found the same thing. And I want to make sure that all of you out there know that you have a friend in the mortgage business, in the real estate business, that you can count on to help guide you in the right direction. That would be the loan arranger, Bruce Woodburn, CrossCountry Mortgage, 32 years in the business, closed over 10,000 transactions, and I still have it in me to help you and give you honest, trusted advice. 407-706-3313 or WeBringYouHome.com. That's WeBringYouHome.com. Don't forget to register. We'll be back in 5 minutes, but register for my wealth building class. I'm going to show you how to amass wealth. If you are a renter, it's time to get off the bench. Stop sitting on the sidelines. Call the loan arranger, 407-706-3313, or go to my website at WeBringYouHome.com. Be back in 5 minutes with more of the Loan Arranger Radio Show. Welcome back. The last segment of the Lone Ranger Radio Show on this beautiful Sunday on October the 10th, which happens to be my wife's birthday, Michelle, and I want to wish her a very happy birthday. I want to congratulate my daughter, Paige, on getting her own new apartment and starting a new chapter in her life at college and getting into her nursing program. I'm very proud of her. Very proud of my son, Chase. If you're a first-time home buyer and you want to get into this market right now, I want you to call me at 407-706-3313. So I always think the people that are in your exact position are the best people to help you, people that have done it, people that just went through the motions. So my son, Chase, 23 years old, bought his first home at 22 years old, did it on his own, licensed loan officer on my team, absolutely unbelievable, over the top, great loan officer, excellent customer service, and knows all the first-time homebuyer programs that you need to know to help your kids or you get into if you are a renter right now. You must stop renting and get in the market. I believe there's no such thing as a rich renter. There is no such thing as a rich renter. I encourage my children to buy a home as soon as they get out of college and they get their first job. It gives you a sense of responsibility. It gives you a sense of community. It gives you a ownership of the piece of this planet. Are you a renter on this planet, or are you an owner of this planet? Because if you're renting right now, you're a tenant on the planet. You don't own a piece of this dirt. Own a piece of the dirt. I can help you do that. I remember my first house that I bought, and I'm going to share that experience with you when you come to me and you come to Chase on my team to help you as a first-time home buyer. We will make sure that happens. So listen, you're out and about today. You're coming home from church right about now. You may be on your way to church, but you're a little late, okay? But you're coming home from church. You're working around the yard. You're mowing the yard. You're edging the yard. You're working hard. You're putting up a sweat. You're doing all the things that show your appreciation and the pride of ownership of your home, okay? Renters don't show the pride of ownership of their home because you don't need to. You shouldn't. It's not your home. You don't own a piece of it. So let's change that, so that when you're mowing your yard, you're edging your yard, you're planting some flowers, you really have that sense of pride of ownership. Let me help you with that. It's an experience. It's a game changer for you. It's a true game changer. 407-706-3313. Stop the car. Stop the lawnmower. Put down put down the laundry. Put down the vacuum cleaner and write my number down, because you know somebody that's renting right now that needs my help, and I want you to know you can trust and count on me to help you and your family members with honest integrity, the best possible mortgages, the direct lender, somebody that's been doing it for over 30 years, helped hundreds of first-time home buyers. 407-706-3313. Save me in your phone, 407-706-3313. Or go directly to my website at WeBringYouHome.com. Now, I will call you on Monday. I won't call you back today. Okay, it's my wife's birthday. It's Sunday. I worked all week. I did my radio show with Cleve yesterday at noon. I will call you on Monday. We'll get the process started. But if you go to my application site, the easiest loan application site ever, go to WeBringYouHome.com, do your application, then I'll have it pulled up, so when we go over it in the morning, we're all ready to rock and roll. Now, those are the things that I want to do to help you stop being a renter and become a homeowner. 407-706-3313. It's time to get off the sidelines and become a homeowner. I'm going to help you. Met a couple of beautiful clients in my office this week. Some were young folks wanting to buy. Some were actually in their 40s and never, hadn't owned a home in 20 years. They wanted to get back into the market. I can help you with that. 407-706-3313. I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. Tune in to my shows on Saturdays at noon and Sundays at 11 o'clock on WDBO. And don't forget to register for my wealth building class for October the 20th at 6 p.m. Go to WeBringYouHome.com. That's WeBringYouHome.com. Have a wonderful, blessed weekend. I'll see you next week.